How's it going, guys? Welcome to Friday's upload. I figured to close off the week with one of these, and I have it against NBA Jam, also known as NBZ. I typoed, and instead of saying NBZ in the video file, I typoed NBA, so there's that. But he was streaming, and he was about to stop streaming. I was like, you got time for one more? Because I saved a bunch of NU shit, and he's like, I got some NU shit. Let's do the thing where we fucking Okay, so we did, and we'll go ahead and play that back right now. Okay, so I got some new stuff, kinda, sorta. I know Porygon's not the best special defensive wall, but I really like Porygon, and I'll fight you if you say otherwise. Say otherwise as in I'm not allowed to use it, whatever. So, got the Chinchino. I hadn't used the Clamperl before today, so figured I might as well bring that. Got the Choice Banded Dodrio and the Choice Specs Gardevoir. I figured both of those were fairly threatening. And I think I have the Physical Jump Pluff. He's got some other shit looking at it. Oh, whatever. You know what? We're just going to jump right into it. So, he's going to lead off with Seismitoad. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Jump Pluff because I know, because of how fucking fast this thing is, I'll actually be able to put something to sleep. More than likely, since he led off with this thing, it's going to be more or less guaranteed that something goes to sleep. And it turns out to be this thing. I don't know why he stayed in when the danger of a Grass-type move was right there, as a matter of fact, unless he was expecting, like, the Sleep Powder, Sub-Leech Seed, that kind of thing. Maybe he wasn't actually expecting a Grass move. But I go for a Swords Dance because I'm Seed Bomb Acrobatics, and he fucking wakes up and Ice Punches me on the second turn. Jump Pluff, what are you fucking... I'm wearing a Grass-type shirt. Look at that. You know what? Give me fucking shit. Okay, so that thing dies. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Chinchino because Jump Pluff is a stupid bum fluff that can't get anything done right. So, goes for the Bullet Seed. 2 or 3 Bullet Seeds going to be enough to take it out. I think, kind of, sort of, that kind of thing. Holy shit. I am so sick of that Grass-type shirt. Wow, fucking Jump Pluff. Fuck. More like fuck that Seismitoad. It got a 2-turn wake. How's my hair? It's good? It's good. Okay, so he goes into Meganium, and I'm going to go ahead and go for the U-turn because I can get some super effective damage off before I decide to get out of here. And, you know, because I'm not really going to want to stay in otherwise. I could Tail Slap, but it wouldn't really do that much. He's probably just going to end up getting the Reflect anyway. So I go to my Porygon because I know if he does have a move, an offensive move, it's more likely going to end up being special. Sped this part up, so he's got the Reflect, the Leech Seed. I'm pretty sure he gets a Light Screen up somewhere along the way. I figure I might as well Toxic this thing. So, you know, this thing's going to be kind of annoying. I don't think it has lefties, thinking about it. It probably doesn't. I think it has Light Clay. So, there's that. I don't really know how to describe those past couple turns. They were just kind of stalling. Oh, shit, excuse me. So, it goes into Dragonair. I'm going to go ahead and recover. I'm not really too threatened by this thing because I do have an ace in the hole that he really doesn't suspect coming at all. If you haven't watched his end, it's fucking hilarious. But he's going to get a little bit of Leech Seed recovery. It's kind of whatever. Go to my Gardevoir, and he's probably thinking, okay, you know what? He can go ahead and Will-O-Wisp me or do whatever the fuck he wants to. All he wants. He can set up screens. I'm just going to go ahead and start the Dragon Dancing. Spoilers, that doesn't really work out. Because I'm going to trick him. And that's all there really is. You got fucked. So, he ends up with Choice Specs, and he's locked into Dragon Dance, too. And now I have an Eviolite, which I can easily dump onto one of his other pokes that is not a not fully evolved poke. You know, as long as I don't dump it back on a Dragonair, I'm actually going to end up being pretty good. So, he's locked into that. He was pretty upset about that. And he's going to go into his Meganium. I really probably should have double-tricked right here. But I ended up double-switching, which kind of works out okay, too, as you're going to see. It could have not worked out that way. But the Reflect actually wears off here. So, I'm going to get to go for a Choice Banded Thrash. Now, this is a set that Cap gave me. Cap is a brilliant and twisted man when it comes to this shit. Choice Banded Thrash does a hell of a lot. And it's also got the ability Tangled Feet. So, when it's confused, its evasion goes up 1 stage. Meaning that if I do get the 2-turn Thrash, it's kind of like Outrage. I do get the Confusion. NBZ actually had a somewhat small chance to miss this counter. And let me tell you how much better that would have made the match if he actually missed it, but he didn't. So that's that, and there's not really much I can do about it. Could have been fun. Talk to Joey about that, because his Regice got fucking trashed by it. Oh man, so I go for U-turn. That could have been pretty risky if I didn't end up killing it off, but I figured a super effective U-turn, Life Orb, all that shit, should do the job. So to double down on that, I get to bring in my my Gardevoir and then maybe dump the Eviolite on something. I don't know what I'm going to trace yet, but he can determine that when he comes in. So he brings in his Rapidash for some reason, kind of sort of named after Rick, and I thought he was going to forget about the Flash Fire. I had I don't know why I didn't even think about the Mega Horn. I mean, it's got a really big horn, and shit hurts, so whatever. Thing ends up dying. I don't suspect it to be Choice Banded in the least, because I don't see lefties. I don't really see anything like that, but I'm going to go into my Chinchino, assuming that he's not Choice Scarf, and I'm just going to end up going for a Rock Blast, knowing that his, if anything else wants to come in, so not really going to appreciate a Rock Blast. I mean, he has no reason to switch in his Rampardos yet. His Dragonair no longer has Eviolite, he doesn't have Screens up. Anything that comes in is actually going to take a pretty decent amount of damage, so go for another Rock Blast, I think just because it's a little bit more accurate than Tail Slap, I think by 5. I think Bullet Seed is the only 100% accurate one in that mix, and I was kind of doubtful as to whether or not U-Turn was going to kill it off, so when in doubt, you know, go with the move that has the most accuracy. Now, he brings this thing in, and this thing, just kind of based on the way he brings it in, could have been Scarfed or could have been a hell of a bluff, and he could have Rock Polished right in my face, and then I would have been in trouble. But it turns out he's just actually going to end up going for the Earthquake, I believe, on this one. And it doesn't really do that much. He said it did a pretty sizable chunk, but to be honest, that ain't real nothing to Porygon with an Eviolite. So he goes back into his Rapidash. Wanting to paralyze that thing, if it was going to stay in, I'm going to go for the Discharge. I probably should have recovered again. But I get the Discharge on the Rapidash instead, which is kind of a nice touch. So go for another Discharge. Unfortunately, I do get a critical hit and a paralysis. One of those or the other would have been fine. But it turns out that I believe he locked himself into Low Kick, or he's trying to lock himself in on Low Kick. Porygon's kind of light, you know, being a whole program made from, like, humans at Silphco and everything. You know, that low file size, that compressed shit. But turns out, it doesn't really do that much. I'm able to recover it off. And, what was I trying to do here? So I was trying to recover it off, so he was going to get paralyzed or whatever. Maybe switch up moves, but I didn't really suspect that he was Choice Bandit for whatever reason. So Low Kick does around the same amount of damage. And I'm seeing potential for something. I did not misclick this. I went for Toxic on purpose because I thought I could take advantage of the fact that he was locked in on Low Kick, which is kind of a circumstantial thing. Now, I went into this thinking that Clamperl was kind of light. So I didn't really suspect he was Choice Bandit either, which is why I'm going to Shell Smash right here. Low Kick being a move that's damage is based on weight. I thought Clamperl was kind of like, you know, little clam with a little pearl, kind of look, open it up for your girlfriend, you want a pearl, here you go, that kind of thing. I thought it was kind of light, and you know, it would only be like 20 base power. Turns out it's 80, because that is it's like a foot. Clamperl's like a foot tall, and it's like, I don't know, so that was kind of stupid, but he's paralyzed. I can kill him off with a 100% accurate U-turn, because he's at like 2 HP, 2, 4, whatever. U-turn's going to be able to take him out, so I'm not really too worried about that. And I believe his last one is a Rampardos, and I saw some comments on this video wondering whether or not I got lucky with Bullet Seed. Spoilers, kiddos, I'm going to paste some text for you down there. Mold Breaker does not break Skill Link, it only breaks Move, which would, you know, affect damage. So there's kind of that, but I was not lucky in getting all 4 Bullet Seeds. Sorry guys, but I do hit 4 of them, even if I hit 5, whatever. You know, it doesn't matter, because I ended up winning that little speed showdown kind of thing. I don't know how close it was in terms of speeds, but the match itself was actually pretty close. A little bit hacks, but it was kind of fun. So I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys did too. And if you did, you're welcome to leave a like rating. Comment, subscribe to your thing. Oh, I just noticed I have a little pony to Rapidash on this thing. I really didn't plan that. How about that? Okay, so there's that. And probably going to have some more TCGO coming up for you guys next week in place of LP episodes, because Mega Man just finished off today. And we'll see what's going on there. We'll see what's going on next week. And that should do it for me today. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye. Are you still here? Seriously? I'm not going to go change again. You might as well just close off the video. No, seriously, do it. Go.